Welcome to a death-defying new episode of the Demonic Compendium, the show where I discuss the mythology, design, and game history of your favorite Megami Tensei demons. I'm feeling myself in a rather fiendish mood today, so let's grab our fancy capes and don our stylish hats because today, we're talking about Matador. Now this is usually where I would discuss the mythology of the demon itself, but Matador isn't a specific creature from myth, but rather a representative fighter of corrida de toros, more commonly referred to as bullfighting. While stories of human against bull have been around for thousands of years, the modern stylized version of bullfighting that Matador is based on is fairly recent, with some arguments that the current established mechanics of it are as recent as 1910. Contrary to popular belief, bullfighting is not seen as sport or competition, but rather performance art. The capote the Matador carries is bright red to rile up the audience, not the colorblind bull, who would charge at it regardless of color. Many Matadors have been awarded the Medal of Fine Art, such as legendary bullfighter Paco Camino, who was given the award in 2004. Coincidentally, the same year the Maniacs version of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne came out, and many stateside fans were able to meet the Matador for the very first time. Matador's Compendium entry in Strange Journey states that he's a master sportsman who entertains the audience in exchange for his own life. One mistake can mean his death. Some believe that Matadors who die while performing remain in this world. I'm not sure how accurate this is, as I was not able to find any evidence of people having that belief, but who am I to speak for some? I'm sure some do. I'm also sure some like the two Demi-Kids games we got localized. Though in Spain a Matador's death is often mourned quite heavily, when famed Matador Joselito was killed in the ring in 1920, Spain performed a special ritual to express the country's grief that had never been done before or since. However, Matador's entry in Nocturne seems to be a bit more specific to the one you're fighting, referring to him as a Spanish Grim Reaper born from the pursuit of aesthetics killing. With his terrifying sword Espada, he now preys on humans rather than bulls. Though it's worth noting that Espada simply means sword, so he named his sword... Sword. Matador's design is a very interesting one. His face being skeletal in nature probably stems from this being the common trait of the Fiend race at the time. Shin Megami Tensei 2 did feature other fiends that didn't have skeletal faces, such as Alice or the Sage of Time, but Matador fit right in with the three original fiends from the first game. Matador is dressed in a traditional traje de luces, otherwise known as the Suit of Light. Matadors get their suits custom made to fit them, and the designs and patterns are often chosen by the bullfighter. Several toreros use their suit to convey something special to them, and some just go for flashiness. Essentially, the suit is a personalized design for each Matador. While I can't say for certain if the designs on Matador's costume were intentional or not, this symbol on his arm is not only the symbol used for gold in alchemy, but is also often used to represent the sun. Both of these would fit nicely in a flashy suit of lights. Down on his boot we have a design that does look like the fleur-de-lis. While many people associate this with France, it does have some connection to Spain as well, such as appearing on the coat of arms for the King of Spain. As I said before, I can't say with certainty if any of these were intentional on Kaneko's part, but it is interesting to see some genuine connections to Spain and bright shiny things on the demon's traje de luces. Diving into game history, Matador has been a part of the series for quite some time. As stated earlier, his first appearance was in Shin Megami Tensei 2 as one of the optional bosses, the Fiends. Finding a Fiend meant stepping into a particular location to try and find them, as the odds of them spawning were very low. Beating a Fiend creates an equally low chance of them dropping one of the most powerful weapons in the game. Matador's most famous role is without a doubt his appearance in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. He is the first Fiend that appears to the player and has taken many players by surprise for being exceptionally hard. Truth be told, Matador isn't that difficult to beat if you can resist wind attacks and try to keep his evasion down, but there's no doubt he left an impression on new players. Even I got my butt kicked the first time I encountered this capote-carrying cad. Matador has continued to appear in just about every Shin Megami Tensei game since, although generally as one of the weaker fiends, such as in Strange Journey. In Shin Megami Tensei 4, defeating Matador gets the player the Capote Earring, which repels gun attacks, nullifies light and dark instant death spells, boosts luck and agility, and increases aim and evasion. Kinda seems like that's Matador's MO when you think back to... Atlus also decided to have players obtain Matador through a special 4-demon fusion consisting of Qingniguai, Stonka, Kotobopas, and Macabre. A Matador being fused with 3 bovine demons and an embodiment of death? I'm gonna give you full points on that one, Atlus. Matador has been given quite the boost in the upcoming for stateside release game Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final. Matador appears towards the end game and is at level 87, the highest he's appeared in the franchise to date. This game brings back Matador's Andalusia skill from Nocturne as a unique ability. and he's also the only demon to learn physical pierce, so if you want that useful skill on your other demons, be prepared to do a lot of fusion with the Matador here. As a demon, Matador has stuck very close to the Shin Megami Tensei series, avoiding the other series like Devil Summoner or Devil Survivor, but he did briefly wander into the Persona territory as a member of the Death Arcana, which I think fits him better than those tight Suit of Light's pants. In Persona 4, players are tasked by Margaret with creating a Matador that knows the skill Mahama in order to achieve rank 3 in the Empress Social Link. The best way to do this is level up an Anzu to level 19 and fuse it with Berith. The most interesting thing about this choice is that Mahama is the multi-target instant death spell of Light, while Matador already learns Mamudo, the multi-target instant death spell of Darkness. Matador naturally repels any darkness attacks aimed at him, but level him up enough and he can get the passive skill Survive Light, allowing him to withstand light attacks. So basically, Margaret wants you to create the perfect Matador, one who can master both types of instant death techniques while also being able to keep standing when faced with them himself. Also, as a side note, Matador in Persona 4 does learn Auto Tsukukaja, which increases aim and evasion automatically if he's equipped at the start of the battle. Again, the ability to strike and dodge are worked into the demon's moveset. So there you have it, Matador, the Espada of España. Did I leave out something you thought was important? Was I just plain wrong about something? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to let me know who you'd like to see me talk about in future episodes. That's gonna do it for this episode of the Demonic Compendium, and I'll see you next time. But be careful while you rest that a demon doesn't take over your body.